It's Miss Keita, baby. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Tonight I'm going to show you how I made crab stuffed shrimp. Okay, I went to this restaurant named Duke's. It's a seafood restaurant, and I had this dish where they served seafood stuffed shrimp with fingerling potatoes, and I believe it was like some asparagus or some type of green vegetable on the side, y'all. For this recipe, I just made me a Caesar salad on the side, okay, because I'm happy with that. So let's go ahead and get into this. I followed this recipe as close as I could. I found the recipe online, and of course I used what I had. Some things I did not use that they used, so it's all good. It was still good, y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead and start out with cutting up some green onion, and then I'm gonna go ahead and shred some fresh Parmesan Romano cheese. In addition to that, I'm gonna add in some fresh Parmesan Asiago cheese. Their recipe included those two cheeses with Havarti cheese as well. So of course I did not have the Havarti cheese on hand. So again, y'all, make it work with what you have, all right? Everything don't have to be exact, okay? All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and make the binding mixture for the crab meat. I went ahead, this is probably about a tablespoon or two of mayo. I myself do not like an extra wet crab mixture, okay, and my husband doesn't either. We like it more on the drier side, okay? So to that mayo, I'm gonna go ahead and season it up with some onion powder, garlic powder, some Old Bay seasoning, okay? Can't have the seafood if you ain't got the Old Bay, y'all. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add some black pepper, and then it's just a little dab of some Dijon mustard. Their recipe did not call for the Dijon mustard, but I went ahead and added a little dab for mine, okay? All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and take a half of a lemon and squeeze half of a lemon juice into this mixture, and I'm gonna stir it up. Okay, go ahead and stir that mixture up. Just get it nice and smooth, get all them seasons up in there, and then we're gonna start adding to this mixture, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and add my green onion. Now in this video I added like a little bit, but I ended up using all of my green onion and all of my Parmesan cheese, y'all. But you know, start out slow and add to it as necessary. And because we're not adding any type of raw egg to this mixture, you can taste this mixture as you go to see if it's seasoned to your liking. And if it isn't, adjust accordingly, okay? Now I went ahead and bought some fresh lump crab to add to this mix. Once you add the crab, you want to just kind of fold it in with like a little spatula. Just kind of fold it in. And then I went ahead and grounded up some Ritz crackers just to add another touch of layer of saltiness to this here. In the recipe, they actually use their homemade sourdough bread in addition to some panko breadcrumbs. And so for this one, I decided to just use my crackers, and then I added a little bit of panko breadcrumbs. And it really didn't even really need the panko breadcrumbs, but hey, it is what it is. Once you add in your breadcrumbs, go ahead and again fold the mixture. Just keep folding it until everything is well incorporated. Again, taste as you go. Make sure it's seasoned to your liking. And if it isn't, then go ahead and adjust it, y'all. Okay. As you can see here, I went ahead and added a little bit more Old Bay seasoning. And then, of course, I added the rest of my Parmesan cheese. And then I just continue to fold it in. And then we're going to get ready to move on. Once you're good to go here, if you feel like that's too dry for you, then go ahead and add a little bit more mayo. But for me and mine, that was good, okay? Now, I'm going to go ahead and start peeling the shrimp. So you want to keep the tail onto the shrimp. You want to take the shell off, but you want to keep the tail on. So you got to be very careful about how you take the shell off without removing the tail. Then once I removed the shell off of all of my shrimp, I went ahead and rinsed the shrimp again, let it soak and everything like that. And then, you know, put it on a paper towel and patted it dry. As you can see here, I know I'm kind of talking before I get there. So you want to make sure that you pat dry your shrimp as well. Now I'm going to go ahead and butterfly my shrimp. Now, y'all, I ain't never butterflied nothing, okay? So this was very interesting. I just went ahead and used a paring knife, and I went ahead and took the back of the shrimp and butterflied it. You want to be very careful not to cut all the way through the shrimp, okay? And again, if you're rinsing your shrimp and all of that stuff, you want to make sure you pat it dry before you begin to season it. And so that's what I'm doing here. I'm just patting it dry, and now we're going to go ahead and season our shrimp, okay, y'all? y'all. Again, you got to season every bit of your dish, all right? Once you get the shrimp into the bowl, I'm using the same seasonings that I use in the crab mixture. So my garlic and onion powder, my black pepper, my Old Bay seasoning. And if you want to add any other additional seasonings or salt or anything like that, be my guest, do you, boo. All right. Oh, and I also added just a little drizzle of oil just so those seasonings can stick very well to the shrimp, y'all. And go ahead and mix it up. Don't overdo the oil, y'all. We ain't making no little juicy marinade here, okay? We just want that dry rub to stick to the shrimp. And then, of course, I added a little bit, went back in with a little bit more Old Bay, and I did go in with some smoked paprika, okay? Because, you know, we want it to look pretty. Now, go ahead and get your crab mixture. I found out that if I just put the crab mixture in my hand and made a little ball, it made it easier to put it on the shrimp rather than using the spoon. So you'll see towards the latter part here that I finally started balling it up. But basically I ended up having to put it butterfly side down so that the tail could stick upright. Again, we want that tail to stick up because it's for presentation, y'all, but it don't matter where you put the crab, okay? It's all gonna end up in the same place, and that's in your tummy, okay? All right, so this is what it looks like when you're done stuffing the shrimp. And now I'm gonna put my oven on 400 degrees and I'm gonna bake it for about 12 to 15 minutes. And voila, this is what it looked like when you come out, okay, y'all? Now off camera, I went ahead and made me a compound butter. I melted some butter, added some fresh garlic to it and some parsley to it. And now I'm just gonna drizzle it like so over this beautiful, succulent shrimp. Get into it. All right. And so I did go ahead after I drizzled the butter and everything over the shrimp. I put it back in the oven for just a couple more minutes. Now, my husband felt like it was a little too light skin, and so he wanted to put it back under the broil just to give it a little bit more color to it, okay? But my tail was impatient because, y'all, I was ready to eat. I had been ripping and running all day, went to the stove doing all this, cooking up in this kitchen for these hours, child. I had to eat me something, okay? So I grabbed my little few pieces, and I went ahead and let him put the rest in the broil, and you'll see that at the end of this video. Okay, so now I'm going to top it off with the other half of that lemon and just drizzle it over there over the shrimp, and then I'm going to go ahead and plate. All right, y'all, and that's pretty much it. Plate your dish and put it with any side that you want to. But like I said, at the restaurant, I believe they did fingerling potatoes as a side, and then any vegetable you want. You could do asparagus, you could do a nice salad like I did. I did a Caesar salad with this, y'all. This is like the perfect date night meal, okay? If you need a date night meal, this is your go-to right here. Give this a try, y'all. All right, if you are not already subscribed to my channel, make sure that you click that subscribe button. Don't forget to like, comment. If you are already subscribed, click that like button. Do it right now. Click it. All right, that's what it looks like after it comes out the broil. Thank y'all so much for watching.